Hey guys, San here, welcome back to another Pokemon video, and in today's video we're going to be doing another tier list, and you can also see my face, which is pretty cool. But anyway, in today's video we're going to be doing another tier list, and this time it's going to be a Mega Pokemon tier list, as you can see. So this one is definitely going to be a banger, so please hit that subscribe button and that like button as well, and I'll see you when the video starts. Alright guys, so let's start off the tier list. Really quick, I'm just going to explain these tiers. I already explained these in the last tier list video in a little bit more detail because it was my first tier list, obviously. So you can go check that out. I'll link in the info cards above me so that you can go ahead and check that out after this video. But right now, I'm just going to go quickly, super quickly through these so that you guys are just on the same page for this tier list. So Godly is just like the best. Basically, it has to impress me a lot. It's like at the top, and it's pretty hard to get into this. Next we have Great. It's like a pretty good design. A lot of people like it, and I think that they did a good job with it. Good means basically middle of the road, needs a little bit more improvement, but I still think that it's okay Pokemon. Average means that it's like definitely needs a lot of improvement, and I think that they did a pretty bad job with it. And then Delete It means that I absolutely hate it, and it needs to be deleted from the game, and I need a new design of that Pokemon. So let's get right to it. We're starting off in no particular order. I think it's a little bit scrambled here, so let's just start off. We have Mega Tyranitar as our first one, so that's pretty random. But so let's see here. I'm gonna put Mega Tyranitar in a good category. I think it's good. It's just a little bit too over the top. They added a little bit too many horns, but I like how it's like sort of a fusion between Tyranitar and Pupitar, so it looks pretty cool. Next up, we have Mega Sceptile. I said like I'm not a big fan of Mega Sceptile. People really like it, but I think it just looks like a Christmas tree, and it just doesn't do it for me. Like it literally looks like, you know, how Sceptile would dress up if it was Christmas time. Like that's how I feel like it would look like. So yeah, it's not a big fan of that one, but it's okay, you know. Mega Blaziken is a great design. I really like those fire sort of strips coming out of its hands. They look really cool, and I definitely think that, you know, this is in my top 10 favorite Mega Evolutions. Really cool design. Next up we have Mudkip. Swampert. This thing is like just a super buff, you know, Swampert, and I don't know how I really feel about this one. Like normal Swampert is like super skinny and lean, and I don't really know. I think I'm gonna put in the average because I don't know. It just doesn't look like it can like swim. You know what I mean? Like it's a water type, and I don't really think that it can swim. Like it's just too big. All right. Next up we have Mega Gardevoir. They just literally made its dress poofier, and like made its heart shape sharper. Like that's literally all they did. Like do something with Mega Gallade where they made a cape or something. Like that's so epic. But this literally looks like, you know, they just blew up her dress a little bit. Like that's it. Alright, next up we have Mega Sableye. It looks so cool. I'm actually looking forward to using a Mega Sableye in my Let's Play, but unfortunately my Sableye died, and I still used it in my last episode, which was kind of just stupid of me. But yeah, anyway, you know, this Mega Sableye would be so cool on our team, but unfortunately died. But I'm definitely going to put it in the great category. It looks so cool, even though it's a super subtle change. I think it looks really cool in its Mega form. But I do think that it should have been improved a little bit more. Maybe I'll put it in the good category, a little bit over Sceptile. I think they should have added a little bit more, though. It's a little bit too simple for me. Next up, Mega Mawile. I think it's a pretty good design, even though it's pretty subtle. They just added another Chomper thing, and I think that's great. That fits it perfectly, so it's a good design. Mega Aggron. Definitely go in the great category, maybe a little bit better than Mawile even. I love how they like just decked it out with armor. It's so cool. Mega Medicham, godly category right away. This thing is so cool. I love it. Like, look at it. It has ghost arms. Like, that's just so cool. I really like this design. People don't really like, it's a super forgettable one, but like whenever I see it, I think that's pretty cool. So I like Mega Medicham. Next up we have Mega Electrike. I just can't with this one, man. It just has a giant lightning bolt on its head. It just... No. They should have changed it. I don't like it. Mega Sharpedo. It's a good. A little bit better than Sceptile. It's pretty good. Or maybe a little bit better than Sableye. Not better than Tyranitar. But definitely better than Sableye. If I can move it back. There we go. yeah, it looks pretty cool. You know, it has daggers on it, but I think they just made it a little bit too much. Even though it doesn't look like that much, it's still just, the design changes don't really look that flawless. Finally, we have this Mega something, I forget how to name it, but this one, I've been nervous to get this one because I forgot the name and I couldn't think of it. It's Camerupt, right? Mega Camerupt. So this one is going to be probably in the good category, a little bit up there. I really like its design. It's cool how it has a volcano on its back, so it's pretty nice. Altaria deleted again, same thing. They just made it poofier. Doesn't work for me. Mega Banette, definitely a good design. I'm putting it a little bit ahead of Aggron though, but pretty good design. You know, it has the zippers, and I really like how it has its like sort of soul coming out of it, so it's pretty cool. Mega Absol, this was one of the first Megas I was introduced to. I think Megas were introduced when I was in like grade school. It was years ago, so you know, when I was in like first grade, right? I mean, I'm still in grade school obviously, but when I was in like first grade, like years ago, like 8+ years ago, was when they were first announced, and I remember seeing Mega Absol on a Pokemon card for the first time. I was like, this is insane, like I absolutely love this. So I'm definitely going to be putting it up here just because of nostalgia reasons, but I do think that it needed a little bit more. I think it looks super cool though, but I think what would have been even cooler is if the side that had just one, like the big horn, it didn't have a wing. That would be so cool if it just had one wing. I don't know if it would have worked out, but I think that would have been pretty cool. Mega Glalie. This one isn't really great. Just gets this huge like black chomping thing. Doesn't really fit its design, so nah. Mega Salamence. Okay, so this thing I sort of have a love-hate relationship with because it looks pretty good, but then again, like, how is this thing gonna fly? Like, I don't even think it can flap its wings. It practically doesn't have wings. Its wings are literally just a dish, like a disc, that looks like a crescent moon. Like, I don't know. If they made those its wings, it would have been a lot cooler, I think. But it's okay. Mega Metagross, and again, one of the earliest ones I was, introduced to, definitely going up there. Mega Latios and Latias, they look so similar, and that's like literally the only reason why I'm putting them in the good category, just because they look literally the same, and that's why I don't like them. Next up, we have Mega Rayquaza, obviously a really cool design. It's super overrated, but it's like the first Mega Evolution, and it looks super cool. I mean, like, no one can argue with that. Like, this is one of the coolest designs ever. Mega Lopunny, nah, it's really close to being deleted, but probably a little bit better than Manectric, but it looks so similar to normal Lopunny. Like, I don't understand how that is, like, how it increases its combat strength versus a normal Lopunny. Like, all of these other ones, I can understand how that increases its ability to fight, but this one, it just gets, like, longer braids. I don't know. Alright, Mega Garchomp, I don't like it. So here's the deal with Mega Garchomp, right? Its face just throws me off so much. It just doesn't look like Garchomp anymore, and that's why I don't like it. It just looks like some sort of like, it looks like a weird mix between Sharpedo's head and Garchomp's body, and that's why I really don't like its head. It just looks weird. I like the first time I saw it, I was like, that's not Garchomp, you know, that's something else that's in Garchomp's body. So I don't know, I didn't like it. Mega Lucario, another one that I don't like. It's just too simple. Like, it doesn't look mega. It just gets fists for hair, and it turns mega, which doesn't really make sense for me. Mega Abomasnow is actually a really cool design. I'm putting it like there, a little bit low grade category-ish. But this design's like cooler because it has like the extra limbs in the back of it, which looks like, you know, some sort of blaster, like or a launcher on a ship, where if they're like in space or something, it would like be blasting fire out of it, except it's ice type, so it looks really cool. But you know, other than that, there's not like something that would tell me like this is like, you know, a big improvement on Abomasnow, but I definitely think it's like a perfect design. Like, it looks pretty good. Mega Gallade, definitely going like super close to godly. They pulled off a Pokemon with a cape. Like, come on now, like a cape, like one of the most uncool things you could put on something. I mean, obviously, you know, a cape is supposed to be cool, but no one really thinks a cape is cool, except on this thing. Like, it looks so cool. Next up, Mega Audino. I saw this thing for the first time in the anime episode where Nurse Joy used one, and I thought it was like super epic that an Audino, which is like usually supposed to be like a passive and super kind and stuff, destroyed something, and it looks super cool. So that's why I'm putting it in like so high up. Otherwise, it would be pretty low, probably in the average category. Next up, we have Charizard. Obviously, it's like super overrated, so that's why I'm not putting it godly, but I definitely think it's like a really cool design. I think that's just a given. Anyone who sees this thing is like, this is so cool. Next up, Mega Kangaskhan. It's super simple, but it's nice. Like how they did it. Like everyone wanted to see if like the baby could fight or stuff. It's like a perfect combination for that type of Pokemon to be given a Mega like that. Mega Steelix, godly category, probably better than Medicham, honestly. It's just so cool. I just can't get over like the crystals and everything. It's just really cool how they made that. I have no words. Like every time I see it, it's just amazing. I don't know how they designed this one, but yeah, it's really cool. Next up, we have the other Charizard. I think it's actually a really good design. Like people think that this Charizard is bad, but I definitely don't think so. Like this Charizard is pretty cool. Even though it's like super simple, its wings just look so cool, like just like a dragon. Next up, we have Houndour. I'm gonna put it like around here. It looks a lot like Tyranitar, if you noticed or not. A trend with these Mega Evolutions is just like giving them spikes, and most of those are in here, like Sharpedo, Houndour, Tyranitar, Garchomp. They just add spikes to them and expect us to like them. So nah, I don't really not a big fan of those spiky ones. Like Tyranitar is just like the main example of that. They literally just put huge spikes on it and said like, there you go, it's a Mega, and it's not really, it's just middle of the road. Now all of these ones are the Gen 1s, the Gen 1 Pokemon, I think, pretty much. Or did I already do one of them? No, Steelix is the other gen. So yeah, these are all Gen 1 Pokemon. Pidgeot, or Pidgeotto, is going to be like up here. Maybe a little bit less than that, or a little bit more than that. Yeah, a little bit like right there. Pidgeotto's design looks so cool. Like its hair and everything looks so cool. I actually didn't know that this thing existed until like 2 years after Mega Evolutions were announced. And like after I saw this thing, it was insane. Like I didn't even know like this Pokemon existed. So once I discovered it and knew that it was like just this cool thing that I've never seen before, it like actually really really made my day. So yeah, it was really cool. Next up, we have Mewtwo. I think this is Mewtwo Y. I'm not certain on that, but I'm pretty sure this is Mewtwo Y. This is going into the great category around there. It looks pretty cool. Like, just look at this thing. Come on. Like, it's like Mewtwo, except enhanced psychic powers, which it basically is because they increase his special attack. Next up, we have Mega Heracross. Definitely a cool design. I have so many in the great category because I really am a fan of Megas, but this one looks pretty cool. I'm actually going to put it maybe a little bit ahead of Aggron. I like how they made it an actual rhinoceros beetle, so it looks like really cool. Next up, Mega Venusaur, also a pretty good design, but it's not, super top tier, so I'm putting it like bordering great and good. But it's definitely a lot better than its Gigantamax form, which I'm not a big fan of. So I definitely like this one better. Mega Gengar, see, like this one I'm putting in like high good, right? Because it's shiny would be like border godly, but its normal form Mega, so not shiny, its normal form Mega doesn't look great at all. I mean, its normal form shiny doesn't look great either, but this one here, normal form Mega, also doesn't look very good because it's just Gengar, except it has like cool shadow abilities, and it just doesn't do it for me. Mega Blastoise, on the other hand, is definitely going to go in the great category, a little bit better than Venusaur even. I actually like its super simple design. They just added a cannon to it and said, it's a Mega Blastoise, and it made so much sense. They made its cannon like a sniper and gave us 2 extra, small water guns. So it looks really cool. I think definitely like it looks something like Frieza's army soldier out of Dragon Ball Z. I'll put one of its images up, but that's how the lasers look like, and that's always what I reference them to, so they look pretty cool. Next up is Mega Alakazam. I'm putting it like bordering average. I really don't like this one. It's like its design just doesn't do it for me. I don't know why. It just looks too bland. All of these have such like vibrant colors and everything, and this one is just like Just Alakazam, just brown and yellow. Nah. Same thing with Lopunny, like, these are all like faded colors, except this one, but just Manectric is weird, but these are all just faded colors, and that's why I mostly don't like them. Beedrill, up here, gonna be a little bit better, a little bit worse, and the reason is because it's just a Beedrill with a bigger boxy abdomen, so that's why I don't really like it. I know they change its pincers and everything as well, but I don't really think it does the job as well as a normal Beedrill does. Next up, Mega Mewtwo, the other one. I'm probably going to put it here. Whoa, my light just brightened up so much. Alright, that's weird. Okay, but this one, I'm putting it like near the good category because I think they did much of a better job on this one than this one. Because this one, obviously, they needed a physical attack increase one, and I get it, and it looks cool, but not as cool as this one. Like, this one looks amazing. Next up, we have the last few to the home stretch here. We have Mega Scizor. Gonna put it a little bit higher though, maybe like a little bit better than that one, a little bit better than Gallade even. Scizor looks pretty cool, like, you know, they pulled off a bug Mega Evolution right this time. Like, other than Heracross and Scizor, I don't think there's another bug Mega that I like. I think the only other bug Mega is Beedrill, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, that's the only other one. Oh, and Pinsir. I'll get to that when I come to it, but, you know, Pinsir. So yeah, these are the only two that they really did right. The other ones are kind of meh. Alright, Slowbro. Average. Don't really like his design. Probably better than Lucario in this one. It's like, you know, it's pretty averagey, goodish kind of category. But I like its design, but it's not as good as just normal Slowbro. It looks like a de-evolution from normal Slowbro than an actual Mega Evolution, because it looks like it would do much less damage in that form than its normal form. Like, some of these I don't understand how its combat strength is increased, and so that's why I put them so low. Like, this one, I really don't understand how its combat strength is increased. I mean, like, it's trapped in a shell now. Before, at least, it was only on its tail. Now it's literally inside the shell. Like, how's it gonna fight? I have no idea. Mega Gyarados, I also don't really like this one. It's just like a fat shrimp. I don't like how it bulges so much, but it's pretty cool. I'll actually put it a little bit higher just because it looks pretty cool. It's just not as great. Ampharos, very close to deleting it. I really don't like this one. Another example of them just adding something random. I get it that it's a sheep, but did you really have to add wool? Like, it just doesn't go with Ampharos's kind of trend. They should have made it different. I don't know how, but they should have made it a lot different. Aerodactyl, another delete it. It literally has a beard. Like, it has a rock beard. It just doesn't do it for me. It literally has a beard made of rocks and like facial hair out of rocks. It just doesn't look cool at all. It looks like someone threw rocks at it and they just stuck wherever the person threw it. Like, that's literally how it looks like. Next up, we have Pinsir. Also deleted, probably my least favorite one out of them all, because, like, I just don't think that the wings suit Pinsir. I don't think that they should have been on a Pinsir. Like, it's always been just a land regular bug Pokemon for me, and like, adding wings just doesn't look good, and its eyes don't really look great. It's just really weird, and I don't like it. But anyway, this is my overall tier list for Megas, and I see a lot of these that I'm surprised at looking at now, because I've never really like reacted to all these Megas before. But like, looking back, right, like, a lot of these are kind of weird. Like, this one, I used to really not like Mega Gallade that much, and I might even move it a little bit back after looking at these ones. But Mega Gallade is a cool Pokemon, definitely, but I think that it's a little bit lower after looking at all the other ones and like realizing everything else. And yeah, I think most of these are pretty accurate, but like, after looking back at it, it looks pretty interesting to see my opinion, even though I just went through and did it. Cool. Yeah, so anyway, that was my tier list of all the Mega Pokemon. Hope you guys liked it, and please hit that subscribe button while you're on your way out of this video, and check out my other tier lists as well. I'll link that playlist in the description below and on the info cards above, so you guys can go ahead and see my other tier list as well. So hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.